Good morning, good morning, good morning. That was Zahara saying Mgodi. This is Jabu Fagude. I'm sitting with my friend on Business Talk. This is Business Talk. We're talking all things business. My friend CJ Ntlenyama. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. We'll be
Thank
talking a lot about business today. Before we begin, we just want to say Business Talk, this is the first of its kind. It's sponsored by Agwandingosi Properties and Investment. And you are welcome. And we thank you that you're joining us this morning. And we're talking money, we're talking business, we're talking, how people need to be living. And business is part of that. My friend,
Buddy,
you good?
I'm great.
You're great. Thank you for joining us. The first of its kind, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
It's a pleasure.
yes. And UCJ, by the way, I'm sure people are very aware of you. They know who you are. You are a clothing designer.
Yeah.
A guy who does business daily.
For sure.
Textile guy.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people know me as CJ. My name is Calvin Kenyama.
Okay.
Under the company that was named after my grandmother, Henrietta Zere. I've been a fashion designer for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been evolving due to the latest trends and whatnot, just to keep up with the market.
CJ, well, I know you as Umtobisi, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did the Calvin name begin? Because I think I've known you for 20 years, if I may.
Yeah, you're right.
About 20. Yeah.
Calvin, I think I found it as a friendly name for me to use due to the industry. It's just, I felt as if it was just a change and kind of maturity of using my full names in the business. But unfortunately, people already knew me as CJ, so I still use that as well. But they're all my names.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Welcome to MbonoRaidio. This is family, so you family.
Thank you.
I called you first because you're my brother, and I was like, you know what, I have to have this show with my brother. It's the first of its kind. You are the door. You're basically opening doors for a lot of people that are going to be coming after you. So we're saying, we're not going to be doing much today. We're just going to be chilling, play music, talk business. Give interest to people out there about how business is done. Show them where you began your business and what is the first step for those who say, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to start a business. What is the first step that one person needs to look up to?
Tell you what, when it comes to business, there's no recipe on how to start and where to start. I will talk about my personal experience. It might not relate to another person, but hopefully it will help a person who's struggling to start. So how I started, it was passion first before anything else, because passion gives you the drive to continue when the business is not making an income at that time, because you have time. For example, in my fashion world, when I lacked client when I started, I will then use that time that I have on my hands to start making garments for myself, family, and all that, just to get inspiration and to keep going. So I would say the first thing that you need to have is passion for what you are doing. They usually say that if you're doing what you love, you will never work a day in your life. It's because you're just there. You don't even look at I'll tell you this. Okay, my dad used to wake me up at 4 a.m. every morning. So I'm used in waking up. But when I was doing a 9 to 5,
it tires you. It tires you.
You will struggle.
It's not your time. You know, it's another person's time that you need to commit yourself into.
For sure.
And then it just doesn't. You don't have it in you.
There's no passion for it.
There's no passion.
The only thing that motivates you is the salary that you
chasing
need to
the
get
check.
You have to do it. But in this case, with my story, what I love the most about waking up is creating, man. I love creating new stuff. I'm always up
So
for challenges.
creativity, it's always the first thing. You know, it's the juices are flowing all the
Yeah.
time. Like what's new?
Yeah.
What's the next big thing that you're about to create?
Exactly. So
So that's
basically,
the drive.
yeah, for sure. So when I wake up in the morning, it's not necessary that I get out of bed. I'm in bed, busy on my phone, looking for the latest trend, looking how I can excite my clients with my next garments or with whatever I'm planning to do next.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
only that, it's just businesses broad on
Yeah.
how can I stabilize the income that I already have, how can I grow that from what I have,
Yeah.
because in any case, businesses is up and down.
Yeah.
So you need to keep going. So you need to find something that will consistently motivate you
Yeah,
as you
you're
grow.
right. You're
So yeah, I would say passion was the first thing that I had that still keeps me going today. And then from there, people struggle financially, obviously, because in any business you need finances. But if you're doing something that you love, whatever cent you get when you put on it, you there's this sense of pride that you get
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
from your passion, from
Yeah.
to execute something and see it works for you, and seeing people telling, hey boy, you know me, I've been around Jay, so
Yeah.
so you see people saying, hey boy, you have grown, you understand?
Yeah.
So that kind of saying,
In business, that is. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see people saying you have grown in your business, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It keeps us going because you need that. But one thing that I will tell you is that the mistakes that we make, mostly because we live in a social media world,
Yeah.
we always want society approval in everything that you do, which is a bad route to take. You need to be proud of yourself. I'm sorry to say that, but not even your family. You shouldn't expect a source of pride from even those around you. You need to find that within you. You need to find the fire within you first before anyone else, and that's how you keep going.
Because the one thing that I've realized with family is that there are two, what's the word that I'm looking for? They feel the compassion for you.
Yeah.
And most of the time, they're the ones that, you know, like, no, man, you're doing too much, you're sleeping too late, you're waking up too early, take it easy, take a break. And they're not realizing that actually they're slowing you down. Yet, yes, they mean the right thing by saying what they say.
Yeah, for sure.
But that on its own, it's slowing you down, and
Yeah.
it puts you in a position of comfortability.
Yeah,
and
for
you
sure.
don't need to be in that position.
sure.
More especially when you're starting your own business.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, man, you and I, we having 2 hours.
Yeah.
We just talking all things business. It's just gone 27 minutes after 10 o'clock right now. MbonoRaidio, if you have an opinion, you want to say something, we've got a WhatsApp number that you can contact us on. Give us a WhatsApp on 078-469-8690. Let me say that again. 078-469-8690. Send us your opinion on that. Send us questions if you've got questions for CJ. You want to ask questions about how to start a business, how to find finances, investors, or anything that you need to say or ask us. We are open. If we can't help you, we will definitely direct you to some place where you can get help. And yeah, so we are on MbonoRaidio. Find us www.mbonoradio.co.za. You will find us there. We are available for you. We're still chilling with CJ. CJ, before we go too far, my brother, I think tell us about who is CJ, where is CJ coming from, where were you born, and how did you end up to be where you are today?
I've actually I've been traveling at an early age when I was young. So I was born in Ngwavuma, Lingana.
Okay.
And then my dad was working in Durban in the city. So he was working for a company that made fabrics.
So you grew up Ngwavuma and a little bit of Durban because your pops was in Durban.
My high school level, I went to stay with my dad.
In Dad?
I
Okay.
think it was grade
12, grade 11. Oh, grade 7. Are you that old school? Oh man.
Yeah.
So standard 5, you were in Durban.
Secondary school. I started
Okay.
when I was staying with my dad with 2 of my sisters as well.
Okay.
My brothers at that time, they were in tertiary. So
Yeah.
So we moved to my dad. My mom was like, "I've done my part. This is your turn now," because she was a teacher back then in Guavum. And then I spent my high school years in Durban, and then immediately after I was done, I moved here. I first came to Joburg in 1999, visiting, of course, and then
hold on a little bit. You're just going too far for my liking. You came to Joburg, and you had no family in Durban, in Joburg.
In Joburg, I didn't have family. I had my uncle at that time and my cousins.
Were they up here in Joburg?
They were here.
Okay, so
my
landed
uncle has been here
on their hands. Oh, okay. So you came to them.
Yeah. So I came to stay with them because I wanted to study. But there was a bit of an argument between my mom and my dad for them letting me go coming here. Because I was.
Who was in disagreement with you coming up?
My dad wasn't happy for me to come up, but eventually he came along.
Okay.
So I studied a EWC doing aircraft maintenance, and I was doing well there. So
you couldn't find the same course in Durban?
It wasn't about Durban.
Or you just wanted to move to the big city?
There was something I didn't like about it, Durban. The hustling. I love Joburg. I haven't listened to tracks. So
you had Joburg in your mind while you're still in Durban, and you've never been to Joburg.
Yeah. Okay. So Joburg in my mind. So I got here. I mean, I think I finished my studies around 2005. Kurulin West College. Yeah. And then I actually changed courses because I wanted to do IT. I met this guy that was so interesting. So actually, I had a box of a computer. So this guy wanted to install something on that, and then I think he charged me about $200, and this was my lifetime saving at that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, no man, this is too
that was
much
big money
for like 3 minutes. No way. So I was like, no man, I wanted to study this thing. So I asked him, then he told me that he's studying in Johannesburg. There was a college back then in Johannesburg that was doing IT. It was an MCSE courses that was doing that at that time. Then I joined him, but my mother was saying, nah, you need to figure out what you want to do because we don't have money. You can't be changing courses and not finishing.
They were still paying for your studies.
They were still paying for my studies.
And they down in Durban, you're up in Joburg?
I'm in Joburg, right. They were still paying. It was a struggle even. So I asked the guy, how long is the course? He said 6 months. I was like, good shot. And then what else did I found out about the whole thing, and then there was an A plus the MCSE. So I said I would take it both because I wanted to fix computer, but at the same time I love servers and it fascinated me at that time. Yeah. So then I joined in a year. I finished the course and I got a job. And I was lucky enough to land a job after that, and my mom was very happy about that. So finally, she said to me then, once you're done with that, you then gonna study whatever you want to study, and paying for yourself. I was like, okay, cool. But one thing I'm leaving behind, due to that struggle of going back and forth with my studies, I was printing T-shirts on the side. Yeah. Because I've been always I have that head for fashion, so I was pushing on the side, doing T-shirts, selling it. At that time, I was calling it CJ Colorblind Clothing. Yeah. Just before you go there, you're going too far. Let's quickly listen to one song and then we'll come back. Take a water break. And then let's Amanda Black saying Gahle, and let's listen to that song. We'll come back quickly. You're off. Yeah, no, you're off. Sometimes 2 hours. It sounds like a long time. No, it's not actually. It's not. Yes. Amanda Black saying Gahle. We're still on Business Talk. I'm chilling with OCJ, a friend of mine, a businessman, an entrepreneurial guy who runs his own fashion company.
And Jabu Fagude Agwandi Nkosi Properties and Investment is a company that is holding us down in terms of what is sponsoring this show. And we are on MbonoRaidio, www.mbonoradio.co.za. That's where you reach us. You can connect with us on that platform. And the time now, it's 10:37. And you can also be in touch with us on WhatsApp. The number is 078-469-8690. CJ,
Yes, my beloved.
you talk about the hustle of t-shirts.
Yeah.
And you started doing caps while you were at school, caps
Yeah.
and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then tell us, did it pay your school fees?
Not really. I was very young.
Okay.
But the money I could have paid for school fees.
Okay.
I could have paid for my school fees, but I was so immature, so I was so excited about making an income. So
you start manjazing the money.
So I could have, but I didn't.
All right. So now, when you were doing the t-shirts and caps, you called it CJ Colorblind.
Yeah, I called it.
And then that, I guess that's where the love of textile came in for you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you get it registered with CIPC?
Yes, of course. I'm running
All
with the
right.
same company up until to date, but except for
You
the
changed
change
the
of
names.
name. Yeah,
All right.
but it's been there since day one. I always wanted to do things in the right way, so I was registered back then.
Well, what would you say is the importance of registering a company? Because we see a lot of guys who are doing hustling, MSID, but they never do register.
To register a company is like a person without a name if you don't register.
Like that.
Yeah,
Like
so
that.
you need identity. You need people to know who you are. A little bit background information about where you come from, where you've been.
Yes, sir.
It's basically a profiling around you as a person that's running that business. It actually gives a client a comfort that we know Uguti MbonoRaidio is situated in this area and it's registered. When I want to get hold of him, I go through this platform, and you understand, it gives people a sense of comfort too, which I can work with this person.
Definitely.
So it's very important to register a business, except for tax purposes.
Yeah.
So, but it's a very.
But we
proper
need to
way
pay
run a
tax,
business.
right?
Yeah, we need to pay tax.
Yeah, because when your company is registered with CIPC, automatically your company gets registered with SARS
Yeah, for
as
sure.
well. So definitely it's important that obviously on your first year, because you're starting, you find that your numbers, your money income is not as great as you would love it to be. So now with your tax returns, you won't have anything much to pay.
Due to your tax bracket.
Exactly. You're still below the tax bracket. Yeah, but but obviously now you've got the company registered. What's the next step? You have a business account that needs to be set up.
Yes, of course. You know, there's a lot of what do you call these banks that they offer the service. I don't know. I thought can I mention names?
No.
Capitec has just started an online business registration for companies, SMEs. I don't know about the charges, but FNB, I started with FNB, Standard Bank as well are doing it, NetBank as well is doing it. So once you're done registering a company, you'll then need to have your CK documents and your proof of address again, and then go to the bank. And I think it's about 500 rand because I've registered
you're
mine,
precise. You're right.
A while ago. So you go there and then you register, but they give you a different packaging on where you can fall in depending on the level of your business, weights based in terms of finances. And there's always a package that can suit individually depending on how much you make a year.
Of course.
So and then after that, there's additional documents that you need for your company, like your BE certificate. It helps you in other ways, in other platforms, depending on what business are you doing. And you can also, if you are in construction, you can also go to CIDB to register for your CIDB. It's not a certificate, but but it allows you, that gives you per level on
Yeah,
what kind of
yeah.
construction are you doing. If you're doing road works or buildings or bridges, they
yeah.
give you levels on there. So those are documents that you need to get together. And also, there's this I just did recently because I was about to go to New York. So they asked me for an import and export certificate. So it helps you to trade especially when you're doing abroad work, in terms of your
How do
company.
you get that? Is that from the government department?
Yeah,
Okay.
you get it from SARS, but there's a certain SARS department that offers that. The one that I did it in, where is this place?
So, but obviously, you need to be clean with your SARS
Yeah.
taxation.
Yeah,
Because obviously, you can't get none of that document unless
Of
your
course,
tax
of course, of course.
system is okay.
Yeah, and they're very strict. Their documents are very precise, and you need to answer it in a certain way. So don't be afraid to ask for help when you go there. I got that. All I'm saying is that the basic documents that you have, you can have additional documents that can help you
Yeah.
grow your business. Or maybe if an opportunity comes and they say, do you have this, and they will tell you it takes 3 months to receive it, and
Yeah.
then you lose a business because you're not business document ready.
Yeah.
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 So it's very important to gather all the documents that you might possibly need.
So
in
the
future.
importance here of using the bank account for business purposes, not for your personal transactions,
Yeah.
because a lot of times, I mean, obviously, when you start business, chances are you are still young, the money
Yeah.
has not come through,
Yeah.
you're still using a lot of money from your pocket,
Yeah.
and then you find people that the business money becomes their money.
Yeah, yeah,
And
for sure.
you forget that the business money, it's not your money. The business must be a person, and you are
Yeah,
also a person.
separate the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it's very important not to tap in a lot of your business finances, because it helps you grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you can reach, it's not about reaching a certain amount. But
leverage.
They kind of trace your account on how much you make. If you can make, let's say, 100K in 2 months,
Yeah.
and that 100K is being consistent,
Yeah.
you can qualify. For example, I don't necessarily mean that. I don't say
Yeah.
if you're making that money, just go to the bank and
Yeah,
ask for
yeah,
property. They can give you. That's why they ask you for a 3 months bank statement
Definitely,
when you wanna
definitely.
acquire land, or maybe you wanna buy a property.
A business
So-
loan or whatever
Yeah.
that you need to do to grow your business.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's so much money that the bank issues to businesses than an individual. I just find out about it this year. So if you keep your company liquidated in terms of cash, make sure there's money there, make sure there's transaction back
Yeah.
and forth.
Yeah.
You don't just, what I do basically, if I get if I'm consulting this week,
Yeah.
obviously I work on the next week basis,
Yes, sir.
depending on how busy we are. So if I'm consulting this week, I'll then use a day on a Monday and buy fabric, meaning I know where to go, I know when to swap.
And
I
while you're
know when
saying
to
that,
transfer.
the importance is that even if somebody comes and pay you cash,
Yeah.
for whatever that you have done for them, there's a beautiful job you've done, and they pay you 25 grand
Yeah.
cash in your hand. It's important, even though you want to go buy stock
Yeah.
with that money, put it in the bank
first.
and
Yeah.
then go and
Then go and-
transact
yeah,
with whatever
yeah.
that you need. Even
Yeah.
if it's the same day,
Yeah.
put it now and go
And
buy
go
now.
buy. They can
But
see.
it's the paper trail that
reflects.
is important, right?
Yeah, it reflects. Obviously, it'll
Yeah.
put a little bit of a stick in your pocket because they're gonna do the bank charges. But that's the
Yeah,
nature of
but
the game.
it
But at
has
the same time-
created a platform for
Yeah.
you, so it's moving you to a certain level when you need to do application for loans to buy property
sure,
to
for sure.
increase your
Yeah.
business in any
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Then you've got beautiful leverage
Yeah,
in
for
terms
sure.
of that.
So it's very important to make use of the bank, and it's not just putting money in it, but it's about maintaining it. Your transactions are very important because you get additional unnecessary cost. So you better group your transaction. If if that possible.
Yeah.
If it's possible for you, depending on what line of business you are in. But if you group it, then it will show responsibilities towards whoever is managing that account, because
Yeah.
you can't be swapping, boom swapping.
Yeah, like you're buying 12 rand airtime in
Yeah,
a business
next thing,
account.
yeah,
It just doesn't
yeah.
make sense.
Yeah, no, true.
And what's the importance of one paying them a salary?
The importance of you paying a salary. At the end of the day, you're the sole owner of the business. So whatever goes on the business,
Yeah.
that actually affects you as well.
Yeah.
So with yourself maintaining a salary, it shows responsibility. It shows growth when they look at your paperwork. It
And
makes
structure
sense.
as well in your
Exactly.
business.
Yeah, it shows that you are a very structural individual. But what I will advise that people should do is consistency, because in our black businesses, sometimes due to COVID, so businesses are very some of them they close down.
They've taken off, yes. They've taken off.
There's a lot of people in my building. I've seen old people there that raised me from my building leaving. We had a couple that left last week.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. So with the salary, if with paying yourself a salary, it's very important. But even if it's $2,000, when you pay yourself a salary,
Even if it's 500
it
bucks.
doesn't matter. But make sure the statement
Yes,
that
sir.
as a
Yes, sir.
transaction that says salary,
Salary, yeah.
it shows something. It does something for your business account, because it's a
Definitely.
salary, rather than going out and spending that money from the same business card.
Yeah.
That one shows
Inconsistency
inconsistent
and not
and
good
irresponsible as
exactly.
well.
Yeah.
You understand? So it doesn't matter how small it is. True to situations that are on hand right now, just you can cut down whatever you were paying yourself before.
Exactly.
And even if it's $200, that's salary. It's
Yeah.
salary.
Yeah.
So that it does something for your business account as well.
Well, UCJ, you changed from the entrepreneurial, well, not from office work, because you were once
Yeah, for sure.
employed. You were an IT guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
And then you moved from being corporate,
Yeah.
and then you went into business.
Yeah, for sure.
And then just tell us about that change. How did it come by, and how did it feel?
My man,
You took a leap of faith, and what happened?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's never easy. It wasn't easy for me. It might work differently for the next person or the person before me, but
Yeah.
for me, it wasn't easy. I was going through a withdrawal syndrome.
Yeah,
There was a
yeah.
phase for me. I think I'm safe to say it takes a good 3 to 4 years
Okay.
for a person to say, I'm in business.
Yeah.
I'm running
Yeah.
a business, but obviously
Yeah.
depending on the luck, like I said before, on how you move with your business and the line of business that you are.
Yes,
But
sir.
it took me 3 to 4 years
Yeah.
to say I'm comfortable, to wake up in the morning and not worried about my next client,
Yeah.
because I know it's happening.
You are
It's
doing
been
business
happening
now, yes.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
happening for the past 3 years, so it's gonna happen. And the other thing that I held it closer through my journey was prayer. I'm a praying man. I pray every day. I pray. I'm a praying man. So I had faith. With everything else falling apart in my life, relationships, everything else, I would pray.
Yeah.
I would pray, and I've taken the liberty of understanding that, you know, you pray for your client, for your business to grow.
Yeah.
And you pray for small things. While it's been happening for the past 5 years,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
can't you pray for bigger things?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
So you are limiting yourself in a way.
in a way,
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah.
So that just didn't come by prayer. It came that didn't just being motivated by praying,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
by looking at things, that the small things you do, you're thinking you are good at doing a pant.
Yes,
You could
sir.
be doing a
Yes,
coat.
sir.
You are good at making a coat. You could be doing bigger things. So it motivates smaller things. It grew to bigger things. I've gotten better as a person. I've
Yeah.
gotten better as a businessman, and the one thing that I keep dearly, my mother used to say, no matter where you go in life, always be humble and greet people on your way up. Because when you fall, those
Oh,
people
good
they're
mother.
they're
Good
gonna
mother.
try and lift you up. But if you
Definitely.
didn't greet a person going up,
Yeah.
when you fall, they're gonna, oh, nangu,
Yeah, back chief there, like, let him fall.
no.
Yeah.
So she always say greet your people on your way up. I didn't know what it meant up until I was really on my own and pushing in the business. It hasn't been hard, Jay. It's been. I mean, it hasn't been easy when I started. It's only easy now. So the journey, I've
It's
started.
easy as you go.
You start to enjoy it.
Yeah,
You start to
yeah,
enjoy it.
yeah.
So you know it's not about, you see, there's a lot of people out there that are very good at what they do, but
Yeah.
no jobs. It's
Yeah.
not about being good at what you do. It's about being a person. Remember, people do business with people, not companies. So
I
it's
like
very
that. I like
important
that.
for you to be a person first than a business. A
So it's an
business is-
attitude thing
it's
more
an
than
attitude
anything
thing.
else. Yeah.
It's an attitude thing. So, it for me in the business that I'm at, I've learned from everybody that came before me, the rudeness or when they speak to clients. I've not just judging them, but it was my space of learning. I took it like that. So every time when I get a client and he's not happy with a certain garment that I've made for them,
Yeah, yeah.
I'd rather make an item 20 times and get it right than to argue with the client. Because one thing that people don't understand,
So it's about customer satisfaction,
about
even
customer
though it
satisfaction.
might not put money in your pocket at the end of the
I can
day.
make a loss, I don't mind.
Yeah,
Once the client
yeah.
walks out of the door, actually I need to be happy because
Yeah.
I'm the expert.
And
Once
you're happy that they're happy.
they're happy.
Because
Exactly.
they're going to tell somebody about your
Yeah,
business.
Exactly. I'd rather
Yeah.
do a comment 20 times to get it right. And I'm a very passionate person with my work. Remember, passion and patience.
Yeah.
So those work hand in hand. So I rather do an item 20 times just to make sure that the class. So I have high passion, if there's
Yeah.
such a thing, for what I do. I love what I do, and I love giving people identity, because clothes, it's about identity. When you walk out, they don't come to me if they can buy it a small street. They come to me to have something that identifies them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
them living with a garment on their head and happy, that's me saying you got an identity there. Because
Exactly.
when people see her or him, they'll be like, who made this for you? You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
They represent me as much as they getting their own identity about
Of
what
course,
they work.
of
So
course.
it's challenging at times, because you find people that we're different in shapes and sizes, but I take my time. I take my time to do what I do. Of course, not affecting the client's schedule and turnaround time for whatever they need it for. So yeah, it's been a journey, my brother.
Yeah,
It's
no,
been a
man.
journey.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
It sounds like you know exactly what you're doing and you are in business. MbonoRaidio, that's where we are. www.mbonoradio.co.za. The time is 10:55. Right now, you're still chilling with us. Business Talk. It's Jabu Fagude, CJ, Ntlenyama, Mr. Henrietta. Whatever you want to call him, he's in the house today. He's just educating us in terms of business. What is business? What are the fundamentals of business? Where did he start his business? He's Henrietta. He's a man who does suits. Right now, me and him, we are talking business about him making suits for me for my next beautiful ceremony that is coming. And yeah, but it's where do people reach you, my friend, if they need to
yeah,
place an order?
Yeah, we are on Instagram. You can check us out at Henrietta __ ZA. So that's Henrietta.
Say that again. Henrietta _ two underscores.
Yeah, two
Okay.
underscores, because for some reason I couldn't.
Oh,
get
I
the
thought
one
you were
underscore.
stuttering there. Okay.
Funny guy.
Yeah. Henrietta _ dot ZA.
Not dot, yeah.
Oh, not
Henrietta,
dot.
Yeah,
Not dot,
not dot,
okay.
yeah. So Henrietta _ ZA, and then Henrietta _ by CJ. That's on Instagram, and then on Facebook is Henrietta _ ZA.
And those who are not
social
computer
media.
savvy, social
Yeah.
media savvy,
Yeah, they can get hold of us on 072 48 48 333, 072 48 48 333. That's my WhatsApp line.
that's where you're
And,
taking orders.
yeah, or they
Yeah,
can call
only
us.
for orders, only for business.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just for business.
don't be tripping in
Yeah.
that line.
Yeah, that's for business, strictly business.
Yeah.
And they can also call us on 081 388 3352. That's 081 388 3352. They can check out our previous works on those social media pages and see if they like what we can do.
You are your own model, by
Yeah,
the
for
way.
sure, for sure.
You clothe yourself.
Yeah,
You are the face of the company
yeah,
as well, right?
yeah, for sure.
So you pay yourself as a model, you pay yourself as an owner, you pay yourself as a designer, you pay yourself as a how many checks are you getting?
Mucho moson. Yes, try mail. No, yeah. Basically, I'm the face of my own company.
But you do yourself good, man. You're looking fly. All
Thank
the
you,
time
my
I
brother.
see you, I'm like,
Yeah,
can't you cut me this?
yeah. Thanks a lot, my brother.
Yeah.
We do what we can. We do. What
Thank
we
you,
can.
sir. Thank you. We're still on Business Talk. Jabu Fagude in the house as the host, and I'm chilling with CJ Colorblind, or CJ in Klenyama, better known as Mr. Colorblind in the streets in the hood. And but today he's running his own company called Henrietta. It used to be called CJ Colorblind, but he changed the name of the company and he gave credit to his late grandmother. May her soul rest in peace. And so it's called by the grandmother's name. Her name is Henrietta. So that's what the company is called today. So when you see the suits, you see t-shirts, underwear, socks, vest, whatever that you find out there. I think you were doing what you call those things, the sleeping things,
What's your pajamas?
your PJs.
Yeah.
But you had the silky.
Oh yeah.
What do you call those?
When July.
Yeah, do people still order that stuff?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, gowns, the silky gowns.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's
They
the
do.
word I was looking for.
Obviously, it depends on clients. So normally, when people visiting my page, they see mostly it's
Different
me.
things.
But it's different items of me, and there's more. We also do female stuff, but I don't get enough pictures from most of my clients because I don't know if maybe it's sense of privacy.
Okay.
But I don't get enough of my pictures.
You ask them to take pictures with your
but
clothes
you know, when you keep on asking a person, hey, send the lead to me.
on. So the
Yeah.
agenda
Hey,
beyond
hey,
what they've bought.
Abanye bazi I paid for this. So,
Exactly, yeah.
So you can't be on busy on their faces asking them for pictures. But yeah, those that do send me pictures, they are on Instagram. They can see my work. But it's all about quality. It's all about the stitching, and
Yes.
I know if a person knows quality, they will see what they're looking for. So you basically can do anything under the sun when it comes to fashion. Anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so I'm just saying that so that when people visiting the page, they don't be alarmed when they only see suits there.
Yeah,
And they're thinking we only cater for men. But yeah, we cater for all genders and all age group as well. So yeah.
But for now, suits, you would say that they've been your fat cookies. They
I
fly.
love suits. Yeah. Suits. I've become an expert because that's when I elevated, when my business migrated from the t-shirt business towards the corporate look. That was the first thing that got a
You
sting
started
on me.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I grew from there. So
Okay.
yeah, the suits. I can say I'm a specialist.
Yeah, thanks, man. 11 o'clock, it's the time right now. We're still on MbonoRaidio, www.mbonoradio.co.za. That's where you can find us. Business Talk. It's sponsored by Agwandi Nkosi Properties and Investment. You can find Agwandi Nkosi Properties and Investment. Give them a call if you have anything to do with your property. They will give you property solutions. You want to buy, you want to sell your property, give them a call. The number is 06791 23133. I don't know my my company telephone number. Can you believe it?
Wow.
067 912 3133. That's where you can find Agwaningosi Properties. They'll definitely help you in terms of selling your property, in terms of want to be a buyer. They will give you an assistance as well in terms of finding out finances. If you're not buying cash, obviously you're going through banks or any financial institutions. They are there to assist you with that, so they've got the right people. And they are the right people to speak to. Today they're sponsoring us on our show, Business Talk with Jabu Fagude. It's still MbonoRaidio. And CJ.
Yes, brother.
My brother, tell me this. Did you go to school for clothing designing?
Oh, yeah, no.
Or you did it the street way?
Yeah, they say... I learned from the street. I had a mentor.
You learned from the street.
Actually, I learn out of anger. So there was this group of guys that when I go to Joburg, obviously we hustle there.
Yeah.
So as I started, because I used to, when I started, I migrated 3 times in my business.
Okay.
T-shirts, and then from there I started supplying schools with uniform, track suits and whatnot, doing the metric jackets.
Yeah.
Then there's this kid from like TKM. He said to me, "Oh, Rutman, you're doing clothing, so why don't you make me a suit?" For my metric dance. I'm like, no, I don't know how to make this. How am I gonna win this?
So and you were put under pressure.
Yeah, I was put under pressure. So I did what any entrepreneur
You took the
will
order.
Do. You say, yeah, okay.
Take the order and figure out the rest later.
I took the challenge. Then I was lucky enough I had these people around me that I've seen making things, and I was happy with the quality. Then they helped me to make the suit for the guy. Then from there, they kind of dared me and telling me that, Nina, you guys can't stitch. And I was like, are you sure? I was like, by the end of the year, I'll be able to complete a suit.
Definitely.
Those guys today, they're asking me for jobs. I told them I can stitch, I can learn. So, that's how I was angry. I don't like people telling me I can't do anything or I couldn't do it while they can do it. What kind of hands are they using?
Yeah.
So
well, school is important. Yeah. We are not down speaking school. But it has been proven that most billionaires in the world, they dropped out of school. Yeah. And they went out with a passion, and then we can mention a few of them. They have done well. They dropped out of school and they went and did it. Yeah. And so it proves that let the guys go to all the fancy schools and whatnot, and then you come back, you hire those. Yeah. And they work for you, right?
One thing I want to add there, as much as I didn't go to school for what I do, I'm still starting. I'm doing business management because I'm more like, I see myself as an entrepreneur than a fashion designer. Because I want my mind to be broad. Because anything is a business ethic. It doesn't matter where you